As Israel prepares a response to the October 1 missile strike by Iran, the question on everyone's minds is, how will Israel strike Iran? Well, this evening, we may have some hints. You see, Israel has been getting ready for this for years. Throughout the decades, Israel's defense sector has allocated billions in preparing for a possible attack on its arch nemesis, Iran. What does that mean? Basically, it means that Israel has created specialized weapons to achieve this objective, to achieve its objective. And how did we come to know about this? Israel's capabilities were only disclosed after weapons were sold to other countries by Israel. And here's what they tell us about Israel's capabilities. Number one, Israel can strike targets from 1,800 kilometers away. Strikes at approximately 2,000 kilometers are usually executed by American and Russian forces using cruise missiles and bombers. However, Israel has reportedly invested a considerable amount of its American aid into acquiring fighter jets that can fly 2 hours each way. Lockheed Martin has created conformal fuel tanks, increasing their range without significantly impacting aerodynamics or radar visibility. Reports also suggesting that Israel has engineered detachable fuel tanks for F-35 jets, allowing them to reach targets in Iran with stealth. Number two, Israel possesses long-range attack missiles. During the late 2000s, Israel's defense industries introduced 2 long-range attack missiles fired from fighter aircraft. While specifics like their exact range are not clear, it is known that they can strike targets hundreds of kilometers away, enabling attacks from a distance beyond the reach of the Iranian defense systems. These missiles move at supersonic speed, minimizing enemy response time and making interception more difficult. And as a result, the likelihood of these missiles successfully reaching their target increases. Number three, Israel has Rampage missile. It is a long-range, supersonic, air-to-ground, SIGLES precision strike missile. Developed by Israel Aerospace Industries and the Israeli Military Industry Systems, Rampage missiles have been developed for use in missions aimed at destroying high-quality, well-protected targets like communication and command centers, air force bases, maintenance centers, and other infrastructure. It measures 4.7 meters in length, 30.6 centimeters in diameter. It weighs 570 kgs and is equipped with a 150 kg warhead. It can be deployed from Israel's F-15, F-16, and F-35 jets. Its use of existing rocket technology renders it relatively cost-effective, with estimates of a few $100,000 per unit. Number four, Israel has ROX missile, launched by Rafael in 2019. This missile combines supersonic cruising capabilities with satellite and inertial navigation, as well as optical targeting. It is basically based on Rafael's Anchor missile, which emulates the speed and the agility of the Iranian Shahab missile. The ROX can be launched from smaller F-16 aircraft and may also be compatible with the F-35. Global analysis, in fact, suggesting it has a range of 300 kilometers and can carry a 500 kg warhead, enabling it to target fortified as well as underground structures. But that's not all. Number five, Israel also possesses a surface-to-surface missile system armed with both conventional and nuclear warheads. We are talking about the famous Jericho missiles. Jericho is Israel's original ballistic missile program, initiated in the 1960s and named after the biblical city located in the West Bank. This program was initially a collaboration with the French aerospace company Dassault, but when France withdrew in 1969, Israel continued its development. When the war broke out between Hamas and Israel last year, an Israeli legislator called for the use of doomsday weapon against Hamas, with many saying he was referring to the Jericho missile system. Jericho 1 was retired in 1990s. Jericho 2 was developed in the late 1980s. Reportedly has a range of 1,500 to 3,500 kilometers. And Jericho 3 is set to be the first Israeli ICBM, that is an intercontinental ballistic missile, Tested in 2008, Jericho-3 entered service in 2011. It has an estimated launch weight of 29,000 kgs and a payload of 1,000 to 1,300 kgs. The missile can reportedly be equipped with a 750 kg nuclear warhead. Although Iran fired hundreds of ballistic missiles at Israel, the chances of Israel using Jericho missiles in a counter-strike seem remote. You see, Israel advocates a policy of ambiguity concerning its capabilities in this domain. It has frequently announced rocket propulsion tests during launches from its Palmachim base. However, the 1988 revealing of the Shavit satellite launcher verified Israel's long-range ballistic capabilities. And what's more, Israel military technology company Elbit has created bunker-busting bombs referred to as 500 MPR. These bombs are capable of penetrating up to 4 meters of concrete, hence deriving the name Bunker Buster. Tested on F-15 jets, these bombs have a shorter range extending to several dozen kilometers depending on the deployment method. Lastly, number 6, Israel has Popoy Turbo, another Israeli weapon known only from foreign reports. As Israel's Popoy Turbo cruise missile, it has been developed by Rafael with a range of 1,500 kilometers. It is designed for launch from Israeli Navy submarines and is capable of carrying both conventional as well as nuclear warheads. Now, this range allows Israeli submarines to strike Iran from the Red Sea or the Arabian Sea without even entering the Persian Gulf. These weapons give Israel the edge in West Asia. Israel has a formidable enemy in Iran. Just for clarity here, Iran's capabilities include 610,000 active personnel, including 350,000 in the army, 190,000 in the IRGC, 18,000 in the Navy, 37,000 in the Air Force, and 15,000 in air defense. Conscription is mandatory for Iranian men over 18, with a few exemptions. Iran has over 10,513 battle tanks, more than 6,798 artillery guns, and more than 640 armored personnel carriers. The Air Force has 312 combat-capable aircraft, and the IRGC has another 23. As far as the air defense capability is concerned, in February, Iran deployed short-range, low-altitude infrared detection system equipped with radar and electro-optic systems to detect and intercept targets. It can be mounted on vehicles. That's not all. Iran also has a range of different surface-to-air missile defense systems. These include the over 42 long-range Russian-manufactured S-200s, S-300s, and local Bavor 373. Iran has at least 12 different types of medium-range and short-range ballistic missiles in its arsenal. These range from the Tondar 69, which has a range of 150 kilometers, that's 93 miles, to the Khorramshahr and Sejil, which both range up to 2,000 kilometers, that's 1,243 miles. Iran is not believed to have nuclear weapons, but it has an advanced nuclear program and operates several nuclear facilities and research centers. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.